Good morning and welcome to Morning Brew. Well, let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and switch to the chat real quick. I went ahead and sent out both the Facebook and the Twitter stuff this morning. And one of the good things about waiting is letting Yvette see a little bit of the chat before everything begins. And of course, first to the chat was Dave G. Sound, who says, "Good morning." And Yvette says, "Good afternoon." And Dave says, hello to Yvette. And she says, hello back. Let's see here. And bright as day, Groove dances while he waits. Well, want to know a secret? I kind of do the same thing. A little hard right now with the admin hurting, but I still do the same thing. And Darius says, good morning. And then says, good afternoon to Yvette. And yes, I love how the chat is just like to actually chat with each other. And shaking gives me seizures. Not really, though. Well, see, that was actually part of the original video, so I can't even blame that one on LDG. Trust me, if I could, I would. Let's see here. I do have somebody backstage. Big surprise. Guess who?
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm all right, thank you.
You sound quite chirpy. Yeah. All right. Did I insult you then? Don't call me chirpy.
Perhaps it's overcompensating.
No.
That's might be the best way of putting it.
So who did I miss in the chat? Because it takes longer on this phone to get on StreamYard.
No, so far we have, let's see, well, Dave.
Yeah.
You.
Yeah.
Brightest Day.
Hey,
Darius.
Hey, Darius.
Yitza.
Yitza. Hey.
Let's see here. And Yitza says, oh, well, if you can't play LDG, then I didn't say anything. And, of course,
JP. We're goofballs today. Oh. Bit polite for him.
He must have had his Pepsi.
Yes, he's had his Pepsi.
Should I ask who does the goosing or what, Aberjam?
I goosed myself. Good morning.
Good morning, Abergoost.
Yes, I spent the day gardening yesterday, a lot of trimming and clearing and whatnot, and I'm kind of aching all over today. But it's well earned. So.
And good morning, Sir Spade Sam.
Good morning.
It's been a while since I've seen anything. I've got to make sure that YouTube hasn't unsubscribed me, because God knows they love to do that shit.
Yes, YouTube likes to do the weirdest of things.
I've been unsubscribed from half a dozen people I've discovered recently.
Oh, yeah. It's utterly stupid.
Mm.
I have actually been resubscribed to people that I was like, fuck you, no.
I've been unsubscribed from one channel and subscribed to a different channel that basically represents the polar opposite of the channel I was unsubscribed from.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
I had the same channel twice in 24 hours. I was unsubscribed from the same channel twice in 24 hours.
Oh, jeez.
The only reason was keeping an eye on it because they're doing something on Thursday, so I was just keeping an eye, and I couldn't believe it. Twice in 24 hours.
Oh no, I got you beat. About 8 months ago, I think. Could have been longer. I was unsubscribed from. Oh, it was a little bit longer, but several channels on a daily basis, including birds. And there was another channel that I don't want to subscribe to. That I don't like putting out names, but like Average Jim, do you like to have chives on your jacketed potato?
I've never really tried it, but I have had chives, and I wouldn't be averse to a little chive on my potato.
Okay.
Why do you ask? It's a bit random.
I have worked it out.
If you look backstage.
Oh gosh, this could wreck me. 1 second.
Well, let's put it this way: it's an answer that
no, in that case, I'm really not fond of having chives on my potatoes.
And
let me guess, you were subscribed to a channel that recommends putting those on your spuds.
Exactly. And it's a baked potato, JP's. Just because I've happened to have been friends with people from London for well over a decade, I've gotten used to it.
Jacket potato. Yeah.
Yes.
Jacket spuds. Not to be confused with cock spuds like Bird of Prey 5.
Mm-hmm.
The great Carogan cockspud. Or is it Dictator? I prefer cockspud.
Not the kind that I was referring to, Eastland. Trust me. Different type.
Say his name and he shall appear. COPPA bird.
Okay. I'm talking to two British people about something that they would eat.
Everyone's scratching their heads in the chat going, what's all this cryptic nonsense?
Which would be normal for them. What, you don't like the exposure to different cultures? Come on.
JP says that now he wants green onions. I want to know, is he talking about the vegetable or the song by Booker T?
Honestly, no.
Green onions is a great tune.
You have something to say? Go for it, please. And Kapla, Bird of Prey 5.
Good morning, Daddy. I was going to say, JP's is just being awkward because we've had the whole conversation of jacket potatoes numerous times, along with many, many other incorrect sayings that you guys use words for that are different to ours. So he's just being a.
All this talk of jacket spuds is making me want one.
Let me use a very British word. He's being a plonker.
JP's go on your YouTube and look up Booker T green onions. Booker T and the MGs, old soul band. So, Captain, how is life in the great state of misery?
It is abnormal. Unfortunately, I don't have my doctor's appointment at the normal time today.
Oh, yes, I was going to say it's Tuesday's not your happiest day.
No, Tuesday, I am not in my happy place.
No. Has it been brought forward or is it later?
Later. Much later.
No.
So not only am I most likely going to be missing at least part of first string.
Oh, that sucks. It's just not the same on replay. You've got to be there live.
Exactly.
Definitely an experience when you do that. And JP's, it's not Winker or Zinka, it's Wanker. You wanker.
Yeah, wanker.
You wanger. And Ethan Holder says, interesting topic. Anyone want to take on the recently newly marketed designed underwear? It has inner pockets for balance and to suspend the protruding body parts. Now, as a girl, I will swear by the underwire bra that prevents jiggling. So maybe this functions similarly. I know what you're talking about, Eastland. I have seen it, and yeah, I think it could be a good thing. Keep everything snugly fitted and just where it should be and comfortable.
Okay. This is an obvious question from the JPs. And I appreciate you stopping by, Sir Spade. Sir Spade Sam. God, I know I need more coffee. Who's Booker T? The wrestler?
No.
I've never even heard of a wrestler called Booker T. I did answer this a little earlier. Booker T and the MGs. It's a soul band from the 70s who used to do songs like Green Onions. Very good band. And JP's, if you substitute the H at the end for an R, then you've got it, sir.
Hello world, it's Berto5, COPPA. Captain, I wouldn't worry about missing my stream later. At this point, I'm not sure I'll be streaming. I feel okay, but I'm having some medical issues. I don't know what the problem is, but I gained like 6 pounds in the last 2 days. I'm having issues gelogering when I'm not on the medication that forces me to gelogia. I have a blood test being done at the house this morning. Hopefully they can figure it out quick enough without me having to go into a hospital. But right now I feel great. I'll be honest. Right now I feel good. My oxygen numbers have been low the last couple of days. But other than that, and my heart and my blood pressure was pretty low last evening. But I don't know if I was dehydrated, so I drank more water. But of course, that just gains more weight if you're not peeing. So I spoke I brought it up to the heart doctor yesterday. She wanted me to monitor it overnight and get back to her this morning. So we'll see what she wants to do. Being they are coming for the blood between now and 10 a.m., maybe we can get an answer tonight or tomorrow without having to go into a hospital. Obviously, that would be ideal. But I don't know what the situation is going to be like this afternoon, so I'm not promising a stream, unfortunately. And I appreciate everybody who wishes me luck and whatnot. Thank you guys so much. And JP's, well, right now I'm on Lasix once a day. And once I take it in the morning, usually after breakfast, I'll pee and pee and pee. But in the last few days, I noticed I've been peeing less and less the hours that the LASIK isn't in my system. So I don't know if I'm becoming dependent on it or what, if I have to start taking it twice a day. I don't know. I hope not, but if that's what it is, then so be it. We'll see. But the good news is that since I have a doctor, I can talk to her and we can make these decisions, and I don't have to sit here worrying and crying my heart out that, oh, woe is me. Nobody knows what to do, and I don't have to push this decision on myself or Mama Pray. If my cardiologist says, listen, this is something you're going to have to go in for, then I'll trust her. And if she says, no, we can try this and try this, then, I trust that too. So it is still, even if it's in a city situation, an immensely better shitting situation than it would have been 2 months ago.
Yeah.
So I want people to understand that. I want to thank everybody again for all the support, and I appreciate it. And now I don't think it's my kidneys, because my kidneys have been great every single time they tested them. And my other pills, like for sugar, are clearly not building up in my system, which they tend to do when your kidneys don't work. So I honestly don't know what the issue is. My guess is the low oxygen is slowed the kidneys down somewhat, and it kind of in like a feedback loop. So I might need to up my oxygen. Maybe I might have come down too quickly. I don't know. We'll talk to the doctor.
Yeah.
We'll see.
May have a slight kidney infection, even a mild one.
That is actually, the kidney infection is exactly what Mama Pray thinks, a UTI or a kidney infection, because, well, I don't want to get into details,
right?
But there is a gelogia smell.
Then that would make sense.
Makes sense, yeah.
Definitely.
Mama Pray's embarrassed.
Why?
No, you shouldn't be.
There's no reason to be.
I'm not. I don't. Listen, these things happen.
Yes,
everybody poops, Mama Pray.
Except when everybody they're constipated.
And Eastman, while that is a wonderful suggestion, I don't know if he's able to eat cranberries. I would say one thing.
Pure cranberry juice, I can't.
That won't hurt, but a mild. Literally 2 months ago, Bird, I was in the same situation with Mum, and exactly the same sort of symptoms, and it turned out to be a mild kidney infection. And once I got her on obviously told the doctor, and he gave her the tablets.
Yeah, antibiotic.
It actually turned her wee into pure orange juice colour. Literally.
Oof.
I was like, "You're pissing pure orange juice now. What is wrong with you, woman?" But that was obviously what was causing the problem coming out. And by the time she finished a very hardcore dose of 6 days of antibiotics, gone.
I'll tell you, in the mornings after I take the Lasix, it's very light. It's
Yeah.
damn near clear.
Yeah. But that means you're very hydrated.
Well, yeah, but at before I take the Lasix or late at night, it starts to get a lot darker.
Yeah. Yeah. You can judge being dehydrated very easily by the colour. You can also judge if you haven't been for a long time by the colour. So there are two things to watch out for there. But dehydration is very clear. If you're hot in hot weather and you haven't drunk enough and you go for a wee and it's very dark, you are dehydrated and you should drink. And that's
the other thing that happened last night for the first time in a long time was I had night sweats. I almost never sweat at night because I keep it fairly cool. It was almost like I had a fever or something that broke. But we took my temperature before bed and after, and there was no fever. So I think
the Ray might be on the nail there. And it's the first thing I thought of as well. Even a mild infection can cause all these sort of things. So you've got a good cardiologist, as you said. This is the good news. You've got someone you can phone. They can check. Certainly, the blood test will show up any.
The white cell count's high or something.
Yeah. So I wouldn't get overly concerned until you've got the results, because I agree with Mum O'Prey there. I really do. And
Eastland's that likes dried cranberries.
Be right up.
Okay, Mum O'Prey, thank you. Likes dried cranberries and a small bottle of active ingredient from cranberries is good but check with doctor.
Exactly. Definitely check with doctor.
Yeah.
Also,
great for the old system. But you do need to check it's okay, because they can impact certain tablets. So, yeah.
Also, Bird, if you're able to take it, a dessert spoon of honey every day, particularly dark honey. Honey is well documented for its antibacterial, antibiotic properties. And if you can't take it in liquid form, you can get it in pill form under the name of Propolis. I swear by it. It's very good stuff.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm not a honey person, but I'll keep an eye. Jedi Bill, listen, if you guys share an apartment, Random Menace, I have a call now, but I'll be back for the blood drinking part. I know. I feel like if I had taken this guy's advice and started the all raw meat diet, I'd probably be cured by now.
Oh my God.
I could be walking by now, Mama Pray.
She's gonna hit you eventually with that crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he deserved it.
I think I would try a lot more of my suggestions.
Damn right, I'd try her suggestions. I think I could think of some.
They believe you.
Radical suggestions.
They agree with you.
Excuse me.
What is that?
Cobra Kai thing?
The hunt.
Oh, the harness. When Miguel was being nursed back.
Okay, I heard harness and got no further in my brain.
Have you ever seen Cobra Kai, Yvette?
No.
Oh, well, in it, one of the main characters has a severe back injury and has to relearn to walk. And so there's a montage kind of where he's recovering and there's harness involved with, getting him to stand up again, physical therapy.
Well, that's just killed what was going right through my head then. Thanks.
Jedi Bill, I'm saying that I'm not sure Nina's technically mean to you, but you guys got to agree on a temperature. Unless you guys have separate, I don't know, was it the apartment or is it separate? Did she go into your room and turn off your air conditioner? Or how does it work? I don't know. I'm just saying at first glance, if there's only one AC for the whole apartment, then I think she gets a little say in it. Although I do tend to agree with, well, the colder you make it, somebody can always use more blankets, more than you can cool yourself off. However, then you have to pay the electricity for the cost of the extra AC. That would be how Kuroga would decide it. As Mamo Prey comes wearing a sweater, a shirt, a sweater, and a third layer of clothing. And I gotta tell you, I've got it at a fairly toasty 75 degrees in here. I used to, before, I don't know, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, I used to keep it at 68. Now I would freeze my ass off at 68. 72 is the lowest of the low. I go. It is true. We do have a new air conditioning system, but even still, I used to keep it religiously at 68. Even on days.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I'm sorry. No, I say even on days where it would actually reach 68. Because we had a lot of summer days where it would never get down to 68 because it was just too hot out. Thank God this new system was one of our better purchases over the years and keeps it pretty cool. Thank you, Professor Brainy Specs, and thank you, everyone. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to come in and monopolize.
No, you haven't.
We're all very heavily invested in you, Bird, and care for you, so it's not an issue in the slightest.
Yeah, we had our first wake up at 4:30 this morning. I had to wake up and urinate for because they're taking a urine sample this morning as well. And since I can't just urinate on demand, I took that sample at 4:30 this morning because honestly, I was peeing so little, I wasn't 100% sure I'd pee again before they came. So that was our first wake up. Now, then we went back to sleep for another couple of hour and a half, and woke
I
up
think
again.
they're just waiting for the sample where the Bazooka comic pops out, and then they'll know the blockage is clear.
I can kind of understand maybe turning off the AC or turning the temperature higher so it doesn't run as much. But turning off the fan too, maybe not the best approach.
Yeah, okay. I didn't realize that the fan was separate. I see. Yeah, should have left the fan on.
Yeah, you do want to maintain good air circulation.
because where Bill lives, it's very hot, isn't it, at the moment?
Yes. I wouldn't live there.
No. It's actually cooled down here. The last couple of days, it's been tolerable. But by Friday, we're supposed to be in the high 80s again. Nice, Abajam.
Oh,
We're
wow.
boiling again.
Well, they promised us rain over the weekend, but we never really saw any. So
Yeah, don't hold your breath.
They promised us a thunderstorm last night and the night before. Did we see any?
yeah.
No, nada, nothing.
I tell you what, though, I do love a good summer rainstorm.
Well,
If it's hot
yeah.
and raining, I rush out and just bathe in it. I love it.
Yeah, me too.
Hey, Arwick
and-
Saunders.
Yes.
And JP's, I don't know what to say.
Gross.
Thank you for jumping chat.
And,
That's nice. I'm glad it rained for you, Eastland. But you're a bit far away from us, unfortunately.
Yes.
Mark Kroll says he has 35 degrees C and rain. 35 is around about 102, I think, Fahrenheit.
No, 35 is about. Alexa, what's 35 degrees centigrade in Fahrenheit?
35 degrees Celsius is 95 degrees Fahrenheit.
So it's 95 degrees and raining. Yeah. That's Germany. So if the weather is coming from his direction, that's what's heading our way.
Yeah.
And that would make it Friday. 2 days away. Yeah. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yes. 3 days. That's about right. We can blame Mark for the heat wave. Nice.
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
One thing I have noticed this summer, I seem to have lost my superpower of detecting fluctuations in air pressure. Ever since I had tinnitus, I could always feel drastic changes in air pressure. They always make my ears kind of feel compressed. But I haven't felt that lately.
I only get that on airplanes.
JP's.
Yeah.
I don't think that Yvette has, or Mama Prey, or any woman has balls that stick to their legs.
Well, it depends on who they're dating, I think, Ken.
Now, some of the Kuroga she-males, that's a different story. But
Oh, they're the ones that can't get pregnant, of course. This is
yes.
why women. Yeah.
I'm just waiting now for the official disclaimer from the dictator of Kuroga. Kuroga has no she-males. It's a dirty lie.
Oh. So, needless to say, today is not going to be a fun day for many people. Yay.
No. You've got a late appointment, which is annoying. However, you possibly won't be missing a stream. Birds.
Lord, I'm going to tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell you something. I hope you feel better. And I hope you change your mind and are able to stream. But you damn well better
Oh, I'm gonna
Did-
try, Captain. I'm
You
just
damn well better send me a message either way on Twitter. Because if I come home and find you're streaming, I'm going to come on and I'm going to say, what the fuck?
I'm just saying. All I was saying was I don't know what today's going to bring. So I just went. If I feel like I do now, I'll stream. That's fine.
Okay.
I don't know what today's going to bring. What the doctor's going to say, and so that's my only concern. I
Okay,
don't
there's
want.
a possibility you may not, but
Right. That's what I
Okay.
want people to know.
okay.
And if I don't stream today, you know why.
Okay.
He's just
If he,
thinking of worst case scenarios. You know
I
what I'm
will.
saying?
Yeah, I will try to put out some type of message somehow. If I'm not streaming, obviously, I will try to announce it somewhere somehow.
Okay. And then someone can tell me because I'm not on Twitch.
Facebook messaging if you could not.
Mom
Sure, Captain
O'Bray
will
says
let you
she
know.
would Facebook message you if I could
Oh,
not, Captain.
thank you.
that's great.
But that
That would be a last resort, but
Yeah.
she could do it.
I think
Okay.
if Bird is sadly not able to stream tonight, we'll have to convince Captain to do a brew live stream in its place.
Thank you, Dee Dee.
Hey, Dee.
And yes, if I do
I'm going to
Hey.
email my doctor now.
cool, if I do a Brew Crew live stream, those are always subscribers only. I'm sorry. Morning Brew is one thing. Everybody's welcome. Of course, everybody's still welcome on Brew Crew, but it's really not that difficult to subscribe. So yeah, in a minute. Yeah, goes by pretty fast. That's all you have to do is subscribe, and you're able to join in the chat. Not like it's going to cost you money.
I think it's a great idea, the subscriber only ones. It motivates people to actually bother to subscribe.
Well, that's the other thing. Not only am I announcing it that it is in the title of the stream that it is.
Mm.
So it's a subscriber only stream. All you have to do is subscribe. It's not like a members only stream like Bert has, because he's got members with on YouTube. But
we can have a members stream, but there'll only be 3 of us. And you.
Correct. That would be you, Bird,
Yeah.
old media guy, and myself. So there'd be 4 of us total.
Reasonably decent group of people. So there you go.
See here. Okay, Jedi Bill has a 325 square foot apartment, and JP's has a 450 square foot apartment. I'd say that's a significant difference.
Yeah.
I haven't got a clue how much square foot this house is. I dread to think.
Fucking huge. Just say fucking huge, because
it is fucking huge.
JP's, as delicious as Pepsi is, and it is delicious. If you're a bit kind of sweltering hot, you might want to try something that's uncarbonated. You'll generally find it's more refreshing.
You might try.
I'm not going to win you, Abajam.
Between your Pepsis, you might want to try this. I'm not sure the scientific term. If that could you possibly help me with that?
You mean water?
Yes. What is the scientific term for it, though?
H2O.
Yes, but isn't there more? I don't know.
Are you getting dihydrogen?
Thank you.
Sorry. Chemistry and me, not good.
Now have some water. In
Water.
between.
JP
Your Pepsis.
JP says, "Fuck you and your water."
Yeah.
Water. You
I
need
knew that
fucking
was coming. I knew that was coming.
and Green Robert.
Yes,
Hello.
there is.
Greener Robert.
Hello.
Greener Robert.
There is water in Pepsi JPs, but there are all sorts of other things in Pepsi as well. And as I said, the bicarbonate bubbles will somewhat diminish the refreshing feel.
Correct.
And they're not particularly good for you either. And the sodium eventually leads to brittle bones. So.
And Eastland says, my apartment is made of concrete block, which is good at insulating noise and heat. And yes, Jedi Bill says hello to Yvette.
Hey, Bill.
Oh, I'm sorry. Eastland? That just sounds wrong. I normally get brown fuzzy water like Diet Coke. No, I know what average not Africa. Cinnamon Bunny loves Diet Coke. Well, he's not here now, but his favorite is Diet Coke, and he thrives on Diet Coke and cigarettes. And Eastland says, try electrolytes, but don't overspend. Oh, agreed. Electrolytes do help.
A well-educated scientist, Yvette, do you have any recommendations for foodstuffs that would be good for electrolytes?
She's not a doctor. She probably won't give medical advice, but she would give advice that she would use for her mother. Would that be correct?
Yeah, I'm losing my voice today. I certainly make sure my mother is always very hydrated. She drinks water, and she also drinks what we call a num num, which is actually a fruit shoot, which is usually a sugar-free juice of black currant and apple, and tastes like shit. She seems to like it, and yeah. So she doesn't drink fizzy drinks because fizzy drinks can bloat you at that age and do other things to you which are not fun if you're standing near her. Get my drift.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Foodstuffs. Well, she only eats fresh everything because she's a retired chef, so I have to cook everything fresh. So there you go.
And the only exception is when they're ordering in on a special occasion.
Yeah, Friday.
And by the way,
Monday.
JP's water between your Pepsis will actually cleanse your palate and give you a greater appreciation of the Pepsi.
Yes, it will. I cut
Yeah,
right back.
I only drink. No, it's all right. Because I go, as I've told you this, I've only got one kidney. So I have to drink a good 2 to 4 litres of water every day to keep my system flushed.
Mm-hmm.
So since from the age of 6, I am so used to drinking water. Fizzy drinks I just don't like. I like our White's lemonade, but I shake it till it goes flat. So I never buy it because I can't be doing with it. The only drink I possibly buy occasionally is Oasis, which is like an orange squash as a change. I do drink a lot of tomato juice at breakfast time. I do like tomato juice. And of course coffee and tomato juice. And just trying to think. Oh yeah, the only fizzy drink I buy, and I only get it possibly once a month because it's only sold in one shop, is Mountain Dew, because I absolutely love the stuff. But I couldn't drink it all the time. I'll buy the little bottle and that's it. One a month of those. So, but
And
yeah, I drink water most of the time.
I don't think that. Oh God, no! Frozen meals, no way. Not to a professional chef.
No,
Hell
no.
no.
That would make my life really easy. But no, unfortunately. No.
If you can't cook it, nuke it.
Mm.
Absolutely. With everything, moderation. You can splurge once in a while. There's nothing wrong with that. And yes, JP's. Yes, JP's. Drinking water will not only help hydrate you, it will help cleanse the palate.
Mhm.
Why do you think that when professional tasters are in between things, they take something that is very bland to cleanse the palate, including like a cracker and water, non-flavored, simple, plain water.
Or ice chips is another thing they use.
That's another thing. Again, made with water.
Water. Yeah.
So, yes, it is cleansing. And good morning, MJ Garrick.
Hello, MJ Garrett.
Well, of course, we know you're going to make your own choices.
I know lots of people that don't like water as water. They've got to add something to it.
Yes, I'm like that.
Mm.
I'm not expecting you to listen to me any more than anyone else does, JP. So, yeah.
But these days, I only use sugar-free sauce to flavour my water. I'm off all that synthetic stuff.
I have to say, I do tend to keep a bottle of Ribena handy. I do like a drop of Ribena in water occasionally. But it's
Ribena,
got to be the full fat Ribena. Don't give me any of that low sugar shit.
Ribena is the juice of kings
It is.
and queens, of course.
Yeah, yeah. I don't like buying the ones already made up because they're never strong enough. You
No.
gotta have the proper syrup in the bottle so you can make it exactly to how you like it.
Well, here's a good little tale for you. When I was a kid, I used to drink it straight from the bottle.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh yeah.
That is not healthy.
Oh,
And one of
by the
my
Go ahead.
favorite snacks, sugar butties.
Sugar, yeah. Well, yeah. Sugar sandwiches were a thing when I was young,
Yeah.
very young. Yeah.
I still remember having like toast with butter and sugar with a little cinnamon in there. Cinnamon sugar toast.
Yeah.
Oh,
Was it like French toast? Because the
oh no.
there's two types of French toast we do here. We do the savoury one, and there's a sweet one, which has like cinnamon and sugar and everything. Both are very nice. I haven't had French toast in ages. Now I want some.
My missus makes the best French toast. She's an amazing cook, and her French toast is just superb.
And yes, thank you,
Good old
thank you,
days.
thank you, Eastland.
Brown bread with brown sugar.
Yes, we are ugly bags of mostly water.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Everyone says we're closely related to apes, but if you go by water, we're most closely related to cucumbers. So that's one worth
Cheese
thinking about.
sugar?
A
What
marrow.
in the Eastland? Eastland, please. What the hell is cheese sugar?
You may have
That
missed
sounds.
and it might have been cheese and sugar. Otherwise, I would imagine it's just cheese and sugar blended together, just shredded cheese with added
No,
sugar.
that just sounds, no offense, Eastland, gross. Cheese with sugar. But you're Americans, nothing surprises me.
In fact, have you never tried cheese and chocolate together?
Oh God, no!
Oh my lord, it is so good. I thought it was
Uh,
someone suggested to me. I thought it was gross. And then they gave me, I think it was a munchie. You know those little chocolate squares with the caramel in the top, and just a little chunk of cheese with it. And it was amazing. They
I'm
taste
so
so
glad
good.
you like it. I am sure many people would like it, but I don't like chocolate.
Oh well, in that case, you wouldn't.
No.
exactly. No, but that would be like. I don't know. Can't think of anything else.
Well, I
The
know
rare
my
thing.
grandmother always had ate apples with cheese,
Now that, yes.
Yes. Yes.
but I'm allergic to apples, so I can't even do that.
My favourite party foods: pineapple and cheese on a stick. So good.
Oh, yeah, or the little silver skin onions and cheese. Yeah,
Mm.
either one.
Well,
Yeah.
actually, another thing that is, and I don't understand it. I really, really don't understand it. Is putting cheese in an apple pie.
Who would do that?
There are people that do. Trust. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Is this an American thing again? Because, I've never heard. Abajan? You have heard of that?
No.
No. It's an American thing then.
Yeah.
They're freaks out there, aren't they?
They are absolutely freaks. Having said that, I do enjoy a good fried egg butty with applesauce.
Well, a good fried egg butty is great. The applesauce is a bit disgusting, but anyhow, applesauce is for pork, mainly, I would say.
Correct. Correct.
But
What?
if you put a
What?
slice of bacon in, then the applesauce would make sense.
Well, now you see, we're getting into the realms of convention here.
Yeah,
I had this conversation with Anti-Trekker on his stream the other day. He was saying that he enjoys putting poultry seasoning on his barbecue steak, and I said, "Well, it's only poultry seasoning because someone gave it that arbitrary label years and years ago. It's just a mix of different seasonings. We are very conventional eaters on the whole."
Well,
You need to be adventurous.
first of all, morning stew. No. Second of all, uh, it'd be more like uh morning buffet,
Oh, yes, the buffet.
and
Yeah,
The morning buffet.
buffet.
the
Buffet.
other problem is I would need somebody who does artwork to create a new backdrop for that. And I'm not going to ask anyone to actually do that. So we're sticking with Morning Brew, besides
Yeah.
the fact I like fucking coffee.
Yeah.
I think the Morning Brew is just fine the way it is.
So, Abajam, next time you do one of your fried egg butties and apple sauce, cook a bit of bacon and let me know how it goes.
Oh yes, most definitely. For me, bacon goes with about 90% of all other foodstuffs. So I think that would work well.
I was just
And
thinking, the apple sauce will work well then with the combination of the three things together.
Mm.
bacon, ham, and pork chops, all pork products, and applesauce would work together. Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
And Darius, I've had apple pie with a slice of cheese on it. Okay, are we talking cheese or are we talking American cheese? Because yeah, there's a difference. But the waitress refused
to do it. Yeah.
to make it herself on principle. Now, if you're talking cheddar, yes, that's cheese. If you're talking American cheese, then, yeah, gross, gross. And good morning, the Bosco scenario, and doing as well as can be. Let's see here. Now he had. Okay. JP, yummy. I'm eating pineapple and watermelon. And next
Tell you
up,
what,
some cantaloupe and honeydew. You'll be very hydrated, that's for sure.
I
watermelon
love
certainly.
honeydew is my favourite. In fact, it's on my list to buy on Friday. That and some more British strawberries.
And yes, poultry seasoning is good, mostly oregano and others. So yeah, it technically can be used for other things, but somebody gave it the name poultry.
Darius is talking about Oktoberfest dinner. I imagine that to largely comprise of large jugs of meat and mostly whole roast animals.
It's mainly the beer at Oktoberfest.
Hey,
Sausages.
Yeah.
A lot of
JP's,
sausages there.
JP's, would you like to come on this morning? Would you like to come on? You know, would you mind to send a clip of that?
Take eats through every 6 to 8 months. I was like you with JP. Then I hit middle age and realized that my body just would not function like that anymore.
Yeah, that's true. Mara is in the back, but that's why I'm keeping it to 4 because.
Do we have people
Captain,
waiting?
let me drop off then so you can
No.
get more people in. You sure? Because
I
I'm
am
not really talking.
I like having you on there to
Okay.
talk. So yes. Oh my JP's, you're weird. I like you, dude, but you're weird.
I just misread Eastland. She says Yvette knows about chef stuff. What about colitis? But I misread colitis as something else, slightly ruder.
Ah, okay, I understand
Yeah.
now. Yes.
There you go. You got it. I don't know much about colitis, but I'd have to find it first. Oh dear.
You know what? I'm gonna give it to you. You're right. Um,
At first glance, it does look a little bit like a different word, doesn't it?
yeah. 46. I'm gonna go into the grave living how I wanted.
You're
I
the
don't
same
blame you
age
for
as
that.
me, JPs. You must be in better shape than me if you can shovel all this crap down your throat without having to worry about it.
Where the hell is Yvette?
She dropped. I'm not sure why. No, JP's not cunnilingus. The thing you do cunnilingus to, shall we say? Yes, MJ. Nerds are slow on the uptake. Sometimes.
And yes. And Jake Eric is correct. We love Bird. And now it could be that Yvette's mom needed her and she needed to go, which is understandable. Yeah.
Well, why don't you bring someone in the meantime, Cap? And then if Yvette comes back, I can always drop out.
And hello, now, sorry, Mar.
Yeah,
Everything okay, Yvette?
I've no idea. My phone kicked me out of absolutely everything, and I had to switch it off and restart it. It couldn't even pick up the Wi-Fi. So Alexa
Uh,
was working, so God knows.
Technology for the win.
and I do wish that Deej was on now.
Why? What'd I miss?
Well, if Deej was on, he could ask Alexa a question for you.
No, my Alexa was working, which means it was the phone that dropped
Yes.
out, not the Wi-Fi. Because the Alexa would have stopped working if the Wi-Fi had physically dropped out.
Alexa,
So,
how do you spell clitoris?
really? Say it again.
Alexa, how do you spell clitoris?
Yeah, sorry. You got a male voice. She only answers to me. Alexa, please spell clitoris.
Clitoris is spelled Clitoris.
See, it is spelled similar to colitis.
And
Yeah,
It's entirely on me if I misread something that Eastland said. She said colitis.
right.
I read it as clitoris.
Trust you.
Well, you have to remember I do have impaired vision. Makes it difficult to read small text.
Yeah, you keep telling us that.
well, it doesn't help the fact that you're using a phone, unfortunately.
Well, I'm reading the chat on my TV,
Ah,
but it still comes up reasonably small text on the TV. So it's sometimes it's hard to read through the blobs and the floaters. I think JP's is suggesting that Easton actually meant to write clitoris but spelled incorrectly.
yeah, that's exactly what he's saying.
Can't imagine Eastland doing that, to be honest.
No. My great-grandfather did have good genetics. He lived to be almost 100. Wow.
And my mum's mum lasted to 98.
My family's not doing so well. I say not so great. They're doing about average. Our last 3 generations, I don't think any of our family have lived past 83.
Still don't think that's a bad number.
No, it's not bad. But my last 3 uncles all died of some form of cancer in their 70s.
Oh, it's not good.
Oh, you see, Alexa spelled it.
Oh, Alexa spelled clitoris wrong.
You're questioning Alexa. She uses the Oxford English Dictionary. So you're now saying the
The Oxford English Dictionary is the principal historical dictionary
Alexa?
of the English.
See, even when you don't want her, she's listening.
Yeah.
Which is why I refuse to have one of those fucking devices anywhere near me.
To be honest, even if she is recording me, all she gets is either me sleeping, talking in my sleep, eating in my sleep, getting up for a pee half a dozen times a night, screaming in pain when I can't sit up with my back. There's nothing else happens in my bedroom, unfortunately. Nothing. It's a damn shame, but nothing happens here.
Uh, oh my god. Yitza?
Unless I can get him to materialize here, which I can't. No.
Oh, LDG. Oh, LDG.
I suppose I may say that in my sleep. I never know what I say in my sleep. I don't record myself in my sleep. I don't want to record myself in my sleep.
You can get apps for that.
I know you can, but I'm not going to do it.
No. No. Thank you. No.
But I suppose it's possible I've said that in my sleep. It's also possible I've said Jensen Ackles in my sleep, or Dean Winchester, or knowing how warped my brain is, something that I don't like Daleks, stop poking me. You know, you never know what you're going to say in your sleep.
I would imagine about the only thing I ever say in my sleep is, can I have seconds?
Mar, why would you blame LGG for that?
What? She said it? God, I can't even read that. Yvette, we blame LDG for nothing going on in your bedroom.
Yeah, because
No.
he's not there.
Yeah, but you could reverse it. You could blame me for not being in his room. You know? It's called red zone. We are red zoned right now.
And
I can't even read that next one from Ethan. Barometric pressure canvas gelangt at night.
I have no fucking clue. Barometric pressure changes something at night.
I think she's starting to type, and then the cat jumped on her keyboard. Here we go. Barometric pressure changes reliably at night. Many heart attacks happen in the wee hours of the morning.
That's really
Due to
cheering.
barometric changes, I
Cheers,
assume.
Lisa.
And
Hey, Richie.
hey, Richie, what's going on?
Bird, if you're listening, Richie Poole is asking if you're feeling any better this morning.
I think he might be busy. He is feeling okay, but he's got the doctors checking him, so he'll keep us surprised. He's pretty. I won't use the same word chirpy that I did with Captain because that annoyed him this morning. He's pretty upbeat. Is that better? Upbeat?
He actually say he felt great. It's just that his body isn't
he
doing
actually
much.
felt great.
And unfortunately, Deej is not here, so it kind of
Yeah. Pooh Bear forever.
doesn't have the same ring.
Oh, it's been a long time since I played Pooh Sticks.
Oh my God, yeah. I was little the last time I played Pooh Sticks.
Great fun.
It was, yeah. But then there were no such things as handheld games.
Well,
Kids these days just don't know how to have fun. Always glued to their computers. Get out, play Pooh Sticks, go craddy fishing.
Yeah.
Go hook yourself in the local beck.
Build your little paper boats, send them down the stream.
Yeah. JP's, why do you find Pooh Sticks funny?
Why?
It's a great British institution. Why would you laugh at it?
You shouldn't be laughing at that. It is pure British. It is a British institution, Pooh Sticks.
Knowing JP's, I have a feeling that he's thinking of it as an alternative to toilet paper. That would be my guess.
No.
He thinks we're throwing lumps of poo.
Literally. Exactly. Or sticks of it. So yes, Pooh Sticks would be, poop sticks.
You're spelling poo wrong. There's an H on the end.
JP says you take a stick and poke poo with it. No, don't hear that, JP.
No.
No, what you do is you find yourself a nice fast-flowing stream or a river, and you stand on a bridge next to each other with a stick each, and then you drop the sticks at the same time, and whichever stick comes out the other side of the bridge is the winner.
Yep, you have to leg it across the bridge in time to see which stick comes out first. Immense fun.
Great
for
fun.
About 2 minutes. Then you do it again. Then you wonder, let's get giant leaves and see how long they take.
And then eventually it comes down to one of you throwing the other in to see if you sink or float.
No, we used to move on to stones and then the largest fucking brick we could pick up to see the splash noise before we ventured in to get wet. Yeah.
Good morning, Geek Inside.
Good morning.
Welcome to the madness.
Can you put his message up?
Yes.
The Deacon. Hello, Neil. How are you? I hope you're well. And how's Canada?
Oh, we have another Canadian. Okay.
Oh.
Hey, Easton's getting a bit steamy there with Ma.
And I am back to talk. I had to send a pretty lengthy email to the doctor, giving her an update. Oh, sorry about that. Thank you.
No problem. You said you
keeping them.
We were going to be
No problem.
working on emails, so I figured that was what you were doing.
We were just teaching the Great British Institute. Ugh, can't talk. Great. Oh, fuck me. The Great British Institution of Poo Sticks.
I don't want to know.
I knew you'd say that.
What is it? Is this anything like a yum yum stick?
No.
Because it sounds like the exact opposite of a yum yum stick.
Yeah, it is.
You didn't want to explain it because I know what direction Bird's going in, so please.
He's going the same direction as JP's because yeah, it's not what you think it is. It's poo spelled Pooh. As in Pooh
So-
Bear.
Parts of Winnie the Pooh have
Yeah.
been beaten with a stick.
No. No. Oh, hang on. Let me read. Hello there. Ah, thanks. Yitza, who is a fantastic artist, drew it for me as a surprise, and I love it. Canada is currently hot and humid. Lots of tornadoes. Wow, tornadoes. Oh dear. Well, we've had a heat waves here, but I'm sure you know that from the other guys. They've been telling you it's been horrible here. Humidity's yuck. Now, guys, this is the person responsible for the script doctors, who Mr. CCDV goes on, and Crimson Miss.
Oh, cool.
Ah,
There you go.
Is that the same script doctor that appears regularly
to the
on?
brew.
Is that the same script doctor that appears regularly on Midnight's Edge?
No.
no.
Different one.
It's called
Z.
The Script Doctors is the channel name. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Just really getting back to Bird's Inquisition.
Yes. You tell him. Explain to him how it's done.
Basically, Bird, it's a game for 2 or more people. You find yourself a bridge going over a fast-flowing stream or river. You each have a stick. You stand on the upstream side of the bridge, and you simultaneously drop your sticks, and then you run the downstream side of the bridge, and whoever has their stick come out first is the winner. It's just like a little sort of stick race, really.
That is a very unusual description. Man, you guys must be really bored over there.
No, it's just, we used to play games before the advent of Nintendo Switch and, gaming PCs and whatnot. We used to go outside and play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the stick and the hoop. You remember reading about them?
Americans used to go outside and play baseball.
So you played stick as
football. Real
yes.
football. Not that soccer crap.
No, we played rounders as kids.
Okay. I am going to say something. Soccer is football.
It is, because they only use their feet.
Correct.
Yeah.
Don't be one of those people, Captain.
Football, American football, you rarely use your fucking foot.
Every game starts off with the foot. The ball is kicked by a foot.
Every
effing game starts with the foot.
American football.
And it's used at least 8 times generally in every game.
American football, Bird, is just rugby for wusses because you guys play with armor on.
Yes, it is. It's rugby with armor.
Yeah, rugby with armor. It is.
I don't know what this so-called rugby is, but...
Well, just think of American football and take away the armor. That's rugby.
Ah, okay. And
because our players are real men.
It's quite simple. You take an American football team, undress them, put them in front of a British rugby team and play the same game and then get the stretchers ready for every American.
Yeah, and I can tell you that a rugby scrum is a truly vicious affair. I've had my ear almost bitten off in a rugby scrum. They get
Mhm.
really down and dirty when they play rugby.
Oh yes,
It's in
it's
Ontario.
it's one of the most highly contact sports there is, rugby.
Yeah. Nobody takes a dive in rugby, not like they do in football. If you take a dive in rugby, it's because someone just broke your leg.
Yeah.
Well, at least we know that JP's may now talk to the geek
Well,
side.
I'm not.
I'm very glad you've accepted the geek inside. I would be pretty pissed if you hadn't, because he's a friend of mine. All right.
I'm not going to. I'm not going to read out NP Geek's comment, but you might want to read it for yourselves.
Is Grandpa being rude about us?
He's being rude to somebody. That's quite a definition of rugby there, Grandpa.
Rugby is like American football, only without any rules.
It does have some rules, but a lot less than yours. Yes.
No, rugby is not played naked, but
No.
by the end of it, there are quite a lot of torn shirts and missing limbs and whatnot.
Yep. Why do you think women watch it a lot? Man, those clothes.
JP said, yes, rugby, the sport for pussies who cannot skate or stand the cold. Dude, given the option, I would go skating or stand in the cold any day rather than face a truly vicious rugby scrum. The rules are made up and the points don't matter. Well, that's half true, I would say. I mean, the points do matter to a degree, but the main focus is generally just injuring your opponents as much as you can.
Yeah.
It is really just a civilized, slightly more civilized fist fight at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Richie
But it's
Poole
always
says,
good if you kick the ball over the H. That's always good.
Yeah. Richie Poole says, I wish women's beach volleyball were played naked. Well, I do believe there are certain beaches in Europe that would allow that, Richie.
There are certain beaches here in the UK that have volleyball and nudist beaches.
Do we have nudist beaches here?
Do you have nudist beaches here?
I didn't know that. I thought nudism was illegal on all fronts, as it were.
No.
Just what they
Well,
told
there
you,
go.
Aberjam.
Yeah, even if it was legal everywhere, I still wouldn't do it. I don't want to scare anybody off. Or, get harpooned or anything. JP's, I have seen hockey. Yes, it is violent, but again, they're all wearing armor. If you play hockey without armor, I'll give you credit where credit's due.
Which hockey are we talking about? Ice hockey?
If we're talking British hockey, then yes, I suppose.
I was going to say field hockey. I played for 5 years, and God damn it, I am sure I've chipped shin bones.
I actually saw when I was playing hockey at school. I actually saw one of the members of the opposing team got hit so hard that his eye fell out on his stalk.
Oh yeah, it's a vicious game.
That was something to behold, I tell you.
Yeah.
No JPs. Pretty much all of the same moves that are in American football you will find in rugby, but rugby players do not wear armor.
Yep. Air hockey.
And they don't do play in rugby.
Yeah.
Air hockey is a vicious game. I've seen many a fist fight coming
Well,
out of a
let's see
game of
here.
air hockey.
Hockey and Canadians.
Yes, true. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't go for the whole maple syrup bullshit, but yeah, hockey definitely.
You don't like maple syrup?
I think too much is made of it. There are people that just get too. Yeah.
Maple syrup is delicious, man. It's nectar of the gods. It's
Actually,
so good.
it's a local tree if you want to get accurate.
Mm-hmm. Grandpa Geek says he did not play sports in junior or senior high. He hung out with the geeks, nerds, stoners, and goths, plus a few others. Well, Grandpa, I think most of us did that. But in England, you have to participate in sports regardless. So that's what we did.
Mm. Yeah.
A rare Canadian stopped watching hockey. Wow.
Yeah.
After the lockdown, he stopped watching. Well, didn't they stop sports events anyway during the lockdowns?
No idea.
I know some of them stopped and then they went to the zero audience.
Yeah, I mean, it was one of the first types of major event to get reinstated. I know that much, but yeah, they even hockey and football and all that stuff got stopped initially for the lockdowns.
Mm.
And JP throws it down. No, the U.S. did not invent basketball.
Oh God, here we go.
Canadians invented basketball.
I played netball for a while, but I was never very good at it because you had to stand still in netball.
Yeah, it's just basketball without the running.
Yeah. Stupid ass game as far as I was concerned.
Yeah. MB Geek says, I am one of the few Americans that finds the sport of American football to be slow and boring to watch. Well, if you think that's slow, Geek, try watching cricket.
I just took that right out of my mouth. The only way to enjoy a cricket match, and I have said this numerous times, is to go to one with a good picnic basket and alcohol. Make yourself very comfy on the edge of the green and eat and get pissed. Then
Yeah.
you'll enjoy it.
To misquote the great Neville Chamberlain, cricket is just a good picnic spoiled.
Yes, that's if the ball comes near you because it's pretty lethal.
I think it was Chamberlain who said that golf is a
Yeah.
good walk spoiled, but yeah, cricket is a good picnic spoiled.
I would pick cricket over golf any day, though. I think golf's even worse.
Yes, golf is the absolute lowest of the low in terms of slow and boring.
Yeah, completely and utterly.
And he says he tried one time to watch cricket and had no idea what the hell was going on. Well, to be honest, it's a fairly simple game, and
It is. Yeah.
but yeah, it can be difficult to figure it out for yourself if you don't know what the rules are. But the rules are kind of quite simple. just sort of think of it as baseball, but instead of running around the pentagon, you run in a straight line back and forth. That's kind of pretty much the gist of it.
You're aiming for the little bells on top of the 3 sticks. You want to knock them off if you're throwing the ball at the Batman.
Batman.
Batman, the Batman. Yeah. Batman stops the little bells getting hit off. Otherwise, you're out.
Where's the bowler? Where's the bowler? Dave G. Sound. I played soccer in high school, and the American football players would tease us when we challenged them to a massive hour game. They said, "Hell no, we're not breaking our arms and legs."
And let's see here. I don't know who the hell that is, so he's
What's
an
that?
idiot.
Gary Bettman. I don't know who that is either.
And JP's agrees. So
Oh, there we go.
we have fellow Canadians who agree on something.
No, JP's agreeing with anyone is always amazing.
I'm
We have
guessing
to
they're
do
talking. I'm guessing they're talking famous sports ball players. At which point, you're in the completely different realm. I know nothing.
All right. I'm going to tell you right now.
Oh, go on, Kappas.
Really?
Yeah, I was going to comment on that. What a dilemma.
Yeah, that's a horrible dilemma. Although, okay, I personally would go for Echo 1.
Sell a kidney, get them both.
First of all, it's Ecto
I'd want both.
1.
Yeah, Ecto
Indeed.
1.
And
I'm sure it's a typo.
Yeah, but the Adam West Batmobile's great too.
oh yeah.
So, don't envy that. Just pick the one that looks the best.
Dave G is voting for Echo 1.
Yeah.
Deacon.
It depends how well. I mean, I presume that if they're new, I go for the Ecto 1 over the Batmobile. Only because Ecto 1 is really cool. So is the Batmobile, but.
And
He is saying it's a retro store, so if it's not, if it's the old, and I'm talking old, like Adam West Batmobile, like way back in the day, then yes, that one would come first.
Yeah. I mean, if it's a real retro toy, then the Batmobile should, depending on how well it looks, the Batmobile would be worth more, I would think. But if they're new, then
if they're new, then I would go for the Ecto 1. But that's
well, so far in chat, Ecto 1 has 2 votes. Batmobile has no votes. For anyone not reading, press 1 if you recommend Ecto 1 and press 0 if you recommend the 1960s Batmobile.
If we're talking a 1960s Batmobile from the 1960s, yeah. We're talking a 1960s Batmobile from the 2000s, no.
JP's, I'm gonna come round there and smack you upside the head, son.
JP's?
We all love Hit. We all love Hit, but no way is Hit better than Echo or the original Batmobile. Sorry.
Oh, hell yes. Oh, hell yes. Hell yes. JP's, for once, you're right.
Really, Kappa's, Etu, Brute. Kit is great, but he is not a match on the Ecto 1 or Batmobile. I'm sorry.
I'm going to throw a fourth in. I want the DeLorean.
Oh, that's original works.
There you go.
That's a good choice, Yvette.
Well, let's see here.
He says, Ecto can't talk. Show it.
Let's see here. Kit could drive himself. Could talk. Could produce money. Could make all these tremendous jumps. Let's see here. And even when they had the horrible season 3 conversion, where you had the goddamn panels that came out for the emergency stop. Okay, yeah, still, Kit.
Yeah, but you're choosing style over substance there. Ecto 1 was an ambulance that looks like a hearse that was converted to go and collect the dead. I mean, talk about, a triple whammy of satire. Plus, it's an amazing siren.
Okay,
And it's
and of course, I'm going to throw my 2 pennies in for the DeLorean. It travels in time.
True.
End of.
Yeah, it's a tough one to beat.
Richie.
Richie,
really?
Okay,
Tim, Bang is pretty classic.
Tim, no. We're talking about the good Knight Rider, not the shit that came after.
Pontiac Trans Am is the proper Knight Rider car.
Yes.
Aren't you? I know that.
No, I think he's suggesting that they put Kit, the AI, into a 57 Chevy.
Yes, and that's no, that's not Kit.
No.
No, it has to be a Pontiac Trans Am.
Yeah, Pontiac Trans Am is definitely a Kit.
Kit is not just a computer; he's the whole package.
Yeah. Right, well, chaps, it's lunchtime. That's gone quick. We covered quite a few subjects. And Bird, if you can hear me, could you give permission to Captain Trek to let me know that, so he can message me if you're messaging him?
Oh, absolutely. Captain Trek has that permission.
Thank you.
Captain Trek has permission to give that to anybody. Of course, you are that.
And JP says the DeLorean could be a TARDIS with working chameleon circuits.
Yeah, but the difference is with the DeLorean, you get to drive it at 88 miles per hour to get it to go into time travel. Although I love the TARDIS dearly, you press a button. The DeLorean's more exciting.
Yeah. Although DeLorean only travels in time, not in space.
No, the TARDIS is something completely different. Different animal completely.
Yeah.
But we were talking about cars, so that's why I threw the DeLorean. Yeah.
Well, Deacon said you are always welcome to join the panel anytime you're able to come on. And it's unfortunately time to say. By the way, what kind of sandwich are you having for lunch, Yvette?
Yeah, no a clue. I hadn't even thought about it. So again, it'll be head in fridge and see what comes out. But yeah, great to see you, Neil, and really good to have. Well, I'm really glad you made friends with JP's, but be warned, he's a Fruit Loop. Okay, so you are pre-warned. Anyway.
No, as long as you have Pepsi or
chocolate
milk for him, he's fine.
Yeah. He's domesticated. Yeah.
He's domesticated.
Anyway, I hope the meeting goes well and work's going well too. We'll catch up at some point. And Captain Trek, thank you very much for having me. Tomorrow's Wednesday, so my busy day, but I will be downstairs, so I'll be on the computer. But yeah, always good to talk to my fellow Brit who's an hour away. And
Indeed.
Daddy, I hope everything is as we think it is, and I will be keeping everything crossed. And everyone in the chat, much
Thank you.
love. And of course, I will be listening. Bye.
Take care. Yes, JP's is domesticated. He's been trained to use the litter tray.
And of course, he's saying he'll like him as long as he's not a liberal that supports Trudeau, which I can't blame him for that. And
Also, depend on your definition of liberal, JP's. That definition has a reasonably broad spectrum. I
well,
imagine
he did specify a liberal that supports Trudeau.
Yeah, I would imagine there's not many classic liberals that would support Trudeau. Lefty liberals, yeah, probably. Turdo.
Yes, Trudeau.
Yes, indeed.
More accurate. And yes, I hope you enjoy your lunch, Yvette.
She didn't tell us what she was having. I forgot to ask.
Yeah, she had no idea.
Oh.
Because she hadn't even thought about it.
She's going to search the cupboards and get creative. JP says, and liberals who are against guns. Again, I think classic liberals probably wouldn't be. But you don't have to look too far. Just look at the current president. He's looking to get rid of multi-round magazines. In other words, he's just trying to reduce sales to weapons that can only fire one bullet and then need to reload. I think if he goes for that, he's going to find there's an awful lot, like approximately 70 million Americans who are going to come out on the streets with their firearms and demand that he buys them from their cold, dead hands. I don't see that particular push going very well, to be honest. That's
well,
true.
Actually, even Canada and America have different ideas as well. Because normally a liberal, and I mean the standard liberal in Canada is more of a moderate here in the States versus the wackadoodle.
MB Geek again says, when they talk about taking guns, gun store sales go up every damn time. Indeed. And last year during the riots, state by state, I believe, on average, gun sales went up around 60%, which is kind of nuts.
Now, when you're talking that kind of idiot, yes. He's an idiot. That's...
JP says, I'll admit, when I was 18, I was a red flag waving liberal. Well, that's a general trend, JP's. There have been many polls on it, and generally speaking, people get more conservative politically and socially as they get older. So you tend to find that the more kind of red flag waving types are in the younger age bracket. And Carlo says he's just Carlo. Well, there's nothing wrong with that, Carlo. Nothing wrong
Exactly.
at all. I hope everyone is as well as can be, says Carlo. Thank you
Absolutely.
for that well wishing. I'm definitely a lot better than I was yesterday. Seriously, I had an episode of diverticulitis yesterday, and seriously, it was along the lines of what I would imagine Sebuku would feel like. It was pretty nasty. Thankfully, it was reasonably short-lived. Carlos Hayokuroga. That's one for Bird, the great cockspud.
And yes, hail on Kuroga.
Green Robert says, if anyone actually believes that people are really going to go door to door in America to take away guns, you're crazy. That's just political talking points. I think a lot of it is grandstanding, Robert. But as I said, if Biden really does push for the abolition of basically magazine-fed rifles, if he does push for that, he's going to have to send out the military to retrieve those weapons. I guarantee you that. Because no Second Amendment loving American is going to freely give up his magazines. Not a chance.
Yeah.
Yes, and
That isn't going to happen.
most likely it won't happen. They're trying to make things outlawed and then give no grandfather clause and a mandatory turn-in. It's not going to happen. You know, I think gun-hating Americans who want to see this happen are looking at Australia and their mandatory buyback and thinking, well, it worked for them. Australia is not the same kind of culture as the United States of America. It's you know, it's just not going to happen like that. Even a mandatory buyback, it's not going to happen like that. You can take away little bits here and there, you know, like the I forget what they're called now, but they had those bump stocks. Took away bump stocks, and they, you know, they try and alter application for firearms laws state by state, and they take little bits here and there. But you can only take that so far. There is a breaking point, and definitely, I think taking away magazines is going to be a breaking point.
I would agree.
Indeed, I understand what you're saying, and I'm not saying that Biden would tell the military to take away firearms. What I'm saying is, in order to successfully get those firearms out of people's hands, that's what he would have to do.
Correct.
We're talking theoretical rather than actual. Having said
Absolutely.
that, I wouldn't put it past Biden to try and alter the Constitution to allow him to do that. He seems to have little to no regard for the standing of the Constitution.
Fortunately, I do not share your optimism for having to send out the military to collect it. Unfortunately, every place it's been tried, like New York City, some places in California, I believe it's happened. It's gone through. Granted, it took years of Supreme Court cases, and it eventually was overturned. But for a while, it was law, and there wasn't any great, oh my God, it's time, because nobody is gonna. Everybody says, oh yeah, over my cold dead hands, but when you see a SWAT team, that will come through your door, kill your kids or your wife, as a matter of oops, whoops, and then get off. Nobody's going to actually fight that war. There's not going to be an organized resistance. So in the meantime, until a Supreme Court overturns it, which they may or may not, if he ends up able to pack the court, people are going to give him up or die, and they're not going to, it's one thing if you choose to die. It's another thing when you realize your family is going to be in the line of fire. And no, I'm sorry. If that point was going to happen, it would have happened already.
Well, I would say never, Bird. I mean, historically, there have been wars where people have fought even with their family on the line. It just depends on how passionately they feel for their cause. In terms of not giving up firearms, I would imagine it would at least begin with being out on the streets rather than waiting for someone to come to the door. I think they would organize protests and rallies, and then depending on how hard the government wanted to push, then
once the law gets passed, then if they're found to have a magazine or whatever that they're not allowed to have, they're an instant felon, and then they're not allowed to have any guns legally.
It wouldn't matter, Bird. It's too highly valued.
It would matter because you don't understand.
People will fight for their right. They'll take it out on the streets, and you
don't understand. There's plenty of police who've already shown they don't care what the Constitution says. They will do whatever they're told to do.
Yeah.
Okay, that's done. That's over. That argument's over. That the police won't enforce it. So the police enforce it. You are now a felon. You go to trial. Okay. The jury of your peers is not a jury of gun lovers who were smart enough to get out of jury duty. It's a jury of people who don't own guns, who have absolutely nothing better to do with their lives, and are probably 9/10 voting Democrat. So you're getting convicted, and then that's it. It's over. You don't have any legal recourse, and there's not going to be protests of people with guns. Even if there is a protest of people with guns, those people are either going to obey the law and walk away with nothing actually changing, or they're all going to be arrested, and then their guns will be taken away too.
It wouldn't come to a point of arrest, but there'd be a very strong. I'm not saying all gun owners, but there would be a very strong contingent.
They're arresting everybody from January 6th, even people who didn't do anything.
If that law was, yeah, but you're not quite understanding what I'm saying. I don't think, Bird. If that law was passed that basically banned firearms, people would take their firearms to the streets in protest, and I think initially they would do it as a peaceful protest. But as you say, cops now are pretty much bought and sold by the government. They would try to enforce the law, and it would end up
but a peaceful protest does
probably
nothing.
A civil war.
There's not going to be, though. That's what I'm.
I think you underestimate.
If you honestly believe there'd be a civil war, then I
potentially.
I think you've been watching too much Tim Pool. Okay, as somebody who actually lives in the United States, there's not going to be a civil war. Unfortunately, the last shot we had of keeping our freedoms left the White House this past January. From here on out, they're just going to be eroded and eroded and eroded. And we're, like a lobster or a frog in a pot, whatever it's called, you're not going to notice till it's too late.
Yeah, I mean,
And those of us
the
who do
only...
notice, it's going to fall on deaf ears, because 30% or 20% of the country is not enough to make meaningful political change
I mean,
when
the frog
the
in a pot.
system was literally written to keep you out.
The frog in a pot. That method is definitely the one with the greatest chance of success. But Biden's pretty much foregone that method with his proposal of taking away multi-round magazines. He's essentially trying to reduce firearm ownership to single-shot weapons, and that's just not going to fly with Second Amendment lobbyists. It's just not going to happen. That would be a bridge too far. And if he manages to pass that law or gets close to passing that law, I think you're going to see an awful lot of civil unrest, armed civil unrest, and it does have the potential to fall into a civil war. And NB Geek, exactly right. The tendency to think of it as the North versus South Civil War. That's not the kind of civil war we're looking at. It would be an entirely different kind of beast. It wouldn't be army versus army kind of civil war. It would be very dirty, messy, complicated, intertwined, street by street kind of civil war.
And the way that everything is arranged, breaking away would necessitate war.
Civil war would end once the government stopped shipping food to a neighborhood.
I think
then you're fucked.
I think Green Robert is kind of on point there. Breakaway states. I think there would be an awful lot of red states that would seek to break away seek to secede from the federal government in order to maintain their right to bear arms.
Unfortunately, I'm going to say this: the only states that would have any chance of success with that would be Texas and any states bordering Canada that would be willing to ship items in. The central states of the United States would be fucked as far as getting items in. Period.
Yet there is no way on God's green earth that Biden would nuke his own soil. Not going to happen. Not in a million years.
No, he's not.
Thank you, Randomness. Thank you, Randomness. 24 years since Stargate premiered. Yes, that's absolutely awesome.
Stargate SG-1 or the movie?
No.
Yitza says also hashtag they wiped my butt. I don't know if any of you guys have seen that clip, but
oh, I have.
Yes.
More than once.
I won't be surprised if that's what he actually said.
And yes, it's confirmed SG-1.
That's correct, Yitza. He also said he doesn't suck children's blood. Just
Take care, Robert Green.
In case there was any confusion of that issue.
And yes, Wolverines! Yep.
Take care, Robert. Have a good day, sir. And Future Man is desperately trying to steer the conversation onto Stargate for some reason.
Oh, yes.
Hello, world. I say hi to Berto Prey 5.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'd turn it to SG1 too, because this is just more depressing. Honestly, actually, last night, when I sent everybody over to Orville Nation, I thought they were going to watch the episode. I didn't realize that their thing was that they already watched the episode and they're just going to talk about it. So they actually had already watched episode 1 of Stargate Universe, and that was his stream last night. So I caught up on, after that stream, I actually, or maybe even during it, I put on SGU episode 1 for me and Mamo Cray. I'm guessing Mamo Cray did not quite enjoy it as much as the SG1. No.
And
The problem is because SG1 is a fun show, and this is not so much. But yeah, we've got to.
But I don't like that.
You don't like that what? You don't like the senator? Oh, okay. I'm curious, which we'll see which characters Mamo Prey likes and dislikes.
Oh,
and for anyone who follows
You
Orange
like Eli and Dr. Rush. Wow. Okay. It's going to be, Mamo Prey's going to be in for some surprises.
obviously.
Oh, she knows Dr. Rush is evil. She just likes him anyway.
And I've heard that before, JP's. I don't know why he would go to that one instead of SG1, but
Because
whatever.
it's so short. It's only 2 seasons. Honestly, I feel bad for Katie, who is going to be watching SGU before SG1. It's going to really F up the watching of SG1. But, I mean, to understand what the ancients are all about and the Goa'uld and all that stuff have taken place in the past, the Aleutian Alliance, it's that really kills SG1, which is one of the greatest sci-fi series in history.
Yeah, again, that's why I say it was and I'm sorry, I like you, PJ, but SGU is a stupid choice to start with.
I understand his reasonings. It'd be like starting with Enterprise for Star Trek. But although Enterprise is at least a prequel, I could see more reasons to start with Enterprise than I could start with SGU on a Star Trek, journey.
That would be more like starting with Voyager for Star Trek.
Yeah, I understand that, but I would say, well, starting with Enterprise because it's the most recent, shot in HD and also the shortest series of any real Trek series except TOS. Although I think there's probably less Enterprise episodes or just about the same as TOS episodes because they did more episodes in TOS per season.
Mm-hmm.
It's close.
Particularly the first season. But yeah.
Enterprise may be arguably the least of the Star Trek shows, other than the current run we're having, but it's still a decent show. It's still good entertainment.
And Yosef says Rush is not evil. Evil might be an exaggeration. He has its own agenda. Let's
see. My reason for saying comparing it to Voyager is you've already jumped to the end and starting the last chapter of the book. And if you say Enterprise, even though it was produced after. It was supposed to be taking place before the original series.
I
And
gotta,
for the most part, it was had its ups and downs. But yeah,
I gotta say though, Dr. Rush's decision to dial the 9th Chevron address and then send 88 people through the gate, not even knowing if they would survive the journey. For all they knew, there was an iris or something on the other side. That was really, really awful decision making that just happened to work out. I mean, I don't know how you could trust the man after that. They could have dialed any planet to get the people safely out of there, and been okay, and not put Earth in danger. To literally dial out to a complete, they didn't even get a chance to send a MALP through. Would have been much more believable if they had done the initial dialing, sent a MALP, saw that there was oxygen and atmosphere, and that it was livable, and then they sent everybody through, than to just go because there's nowhere else to go.
I mean, granted, I don't know SG-1. I've only seen a few episodes, but yeah, I understand his point of view of starting with a short series, but no.
Never mind.
Well, you
Stargate.
absolutely,
Starting with that would be like starting with Discovery.
your own. Well, in one respect, there's something to be said for that. Get the worst out of the way completely. Although I would say just cut Discovery out and never bring it up.
Yeah.
But
Agreed.
I tell you, the only real option he had would either start with SG-1 or start with Universe, because you can't start with Atlantis. That is way too intertwined into SG-1. Although honestly, I would say probably would have started with the movie. Would have started with the movie, then go to, if you didn't want to go to SG-1, go to Universe.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. What you guys talking about?
Banking systems of Europe.
Oh my God! No, this has been a rather interesting morning. Rather depressing, despite the fact. Yeah.
Depressing in what way? I'm sorry, I just
No,
got up. I just kind of, got out of the shower and got ready and came out to my little shack here. I haven't read any news for the day.
There's nothing depressing about your steak, Captain.
And thank you, Frog G. Always dropping links to the chat. Awesome of you to do. Oh, wow. I can't believe this. Laura, I'll put you backstage for a minute. And good morning, JPs.
Yeah, I got the next 3 days off, so.
Huh?
Yeah, next 3 days are off.
Ah. So what do you plan on doing?
I don't know. I've got a bunch of shit I got to do, but it's probably not going to get done at all.
Captain, I'm going to get then low.
Oh yeah, you're just starting to break up now. So yeah.
Yeah. So for once, have a great stream, and I'll catch you all on the flip side.
See you later, Abigail.
Take care, Abijam.
So yeah, I don't see why he didn't start off maybe showing Stargate Origins. Unless I'm
Oh,
the only
probably because he
person.
didn't want everybody to leave his stream.
Oh, here we go. I actually enjoyed that series.
Watching Stargate, I would also say you have to start with the movie and then go SG-1, Atlantis, and Universe.
I mean, isn't that how you should watch anything? Is in the order that it came out?
No.
Why not?
Because.
Well, some stuff you really can just watch how it pleases you, but for other things you have to go in order just to keep up with everything that's happening.
What?
Well, okay. If you start out with what was okay,
Well,
go for it, Bert. You can explain better.
the only type of series that I could see watching out of order might be like something like the Twilight Zone, where there is zero continuity between episodes. If you watch season 5 before season 2, it's not going to make one lick of a bit of difference. For most sci-fi, especially when there's multiple series involved or movies, and then yes, I do suggest watching in the order they were released, with the slight exception that you could do Indiana Jones in, again, not counting Crystal Skull. You could put whichever the second one is before the first.
But I mean, even if you have something like Indiana Jones, when it first came out was very popular, and a lot of times, even if it's subconsciously, they bank on that popularity to kind of skip over things you should have gotten already from the first movie.
And Carlo, I'm going to answer that question. The best way to watch Star Wars is watching Star Wars. Episode 5, Episode 6, then Episodes 1, 2, and 3. Fuck anything else unless you want to watch Clone Wars. That's the best way to watch Star Wars.
Which is in the order it came out.
No.
Yes. No. What the bloody hell are you on, Carlo?
He's figuring out pi.
Thank God, yeah. Thank God there hasn't been an episode 12 or 14. Yeah. And hello, Jack Showroom. Actually, we've been all over the map today so far. And some of the talk that we've done, it definitely would not be happening on my other show because that one has no politics involved, thank God.
The best way to watch Star Wars is, well, for everyone different, I would say, because there are those who knows about the EU and there are those who doesn't. So my nephew, for example, he chose his movies since he's 2, and he never watched them in any order.
Mhm. Well, the thing is, if you go with them in order, and I mean numerical order, if you watch 1, 2, and 3, okay, yeah, blah 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 blah, then you get to episode 5, and it's like, okay, yeah, and there's no shock, there's no surprise. If you are watching for first time, you really need to see, Star Wars, then episode 5,
Okay,
then go back.
we
No,
can take this completely out of the Star Wars realm
as
Yeah.
I say,
and
with
go to the way Tooney.
my nephew mostly watched episode 5 because of the AT-ATs, but he was 2 years old, so
Yeah. And 54.5 Access Radio says, Crystal Skull forever. You're weird. I like you, 54.5, but Crystal Skull forever. And good morning, Chris. Can't come on today. So dropping a like and showing support. Hey, panel. Oh, I hope your day goes well, Chris. Hopefully you're on tonight. Oh, by the way, I did have an opportunity to talk to that person, and I kept my word. I did not say anything about that person. I did not say to them. I actually said my piece. So I kept my word. That is one thing I will always do. I'm a man of my word. If I say I'm going to do it, I will do it. And Carlos says, did Bird of Prey 5 said he was going to see Crystal Skull again? No. 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 Uh-uh. Not a chance. Would that be an accurate answer, Bird?
Yes.
So, like I was about to say, we can just take it away from the Star Wars situation
Mm-hmm.
and go to a whole universe situation. Well, not universe. We'll take the Wayland Yutani Corporation, and each instance it appears in a movie format. So, how would you watch those movies then? Chronologically, as they're released, or as they appear in the timeline in the movies?
Hmm. I have no idea. No idea. Oh.
What is this universe you're talking about? I didn't hear the name of it.
The Wayland Yutani.
And what is that?
Oh,
Alien.
Oh, don't watch any of those movies.
how do you not watch those movies? Nerd card revoked.
Wayland is a company that shows up in the Alien franchise.
As well as Blade Runner.
Like the by and large universe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what do you got going on, Dylan?
Why?
Dylan.
I'm coloring right now. I'm coloring and lettering. Working on my comic book.
And I'm sure Frog G could drop a link on that.
Oh, he already did. He's on.
Yeah, you already did.
Okay, cool.
I'll share what I'm working on right now. No, I don't want to share a video file. Cancel.
Oh no, he canceled himself.
Oh, I hate when they exactly when it does that. And welcome back.
I'm back. All right.
Well, I've seen your work and I like it, but if you cancel yourself, is it any good?
I might get some supporters if I cancel myself, as long as people don't know that I canceled myself.
All right, now let's see what's going on. And history.
This is the page I'm working on. I haven't. I don't know whether or not I want to. This is Harrington here that hasn't been colored yet, and I don't know if I want to have him in a solid color because he's right under a harsh spotlight. So I don't know if I want to have him completely washed out with light or actually have skin tones and then overlay some lights over that. I haven't decided yet, so I'm still kind of just poking at stuff and seeing what I want to do. And
okay, that was a bad choice there. With the cup, you could have gone for one of Captain Craig's Morning Brew cups.
Oh,
he would be your best supporter.
Well, the thing is, this cup has some significance because this character himself is Canadian, and because I am not, I'm kind of making it as a joke that he's Canadian. So these glasses that he's drinking out of are not actual like whiskey glasses. They're called mustard glasses from a mustard company in Canada that got famous for putting out sets of these spades, hearts, and diamonds, these playing cards motif on their mustard glasses that people use. They wash them out after they use the mustard and use them as actual regular cups.
Yep.
And they were pretty popular in Canada and then immortalized in the show Trailer Park Boys. One of the guys, Julian, walks around with one of these mustard glasses as well.
Bubbles is the king.
And besides, if he's gonna have any merch from anyone on YouTube, it should be Birdo Prey 5.
BirdoPrey5.com for all your Birdo Prey 5 needs.
Correct.
We still haven't put up a body pillow yet, Bird.
Oh my God!
You can just
Really?
print a picture of me and tape it to a pillow.
No.
Okay.
I don't have a printer.
Okay.
Grab these.
I really
these
just need a
are what I'm working
pillowcase.
on right now. I'm missing a panel because I'm doing these physically. Let me show these here. Let me stop sharing this and let me turn on my camera. There we go. Start cam. All right. So these are. This is a sequence from the next book, not from this book, but from the next book. The buckler gets shot in the back of the head. Kind of comes right at the front of his temple. But he's a superhuman character, right? So he doesn't really. What happens is as soon as he gets shot, because he's somebody got a gun to the back of his head, and they're telling him, what are you going to do about it, And he just starts laughing and saying, "Do what you're going to do," and he gets shot. And immediately as he gets shot, it just cuts to it's going all to watercolor, so it's going to be like some sort of like ethereal plane. Like he just immediately goes and snaps as soon as he gets shot from being alive right into like this area. So he gets shot here as he's laughing, and then the next scene is this one here where he's like, "What?" And then and he kind of realizes where he's at. And then the next scene is him, this one here, where he's like, "Where the fuck am I?" But he kind of gets transplanted here to this place that's like a lakeside, and this is the place where his father died. And I don't have the spot yet because he looks down to the side and he's looking at this area where it's like his dad's favorite fishing spot, like a stump and some old timey fishing tackle gear and stuff. But the god of the area because the reason the buckler has these mystical powers, the ones with the antlers pop out of his back, is because he has one of a set of totems on the earth, and this is like the god that he talks to here, like it's like the leader of the grand totem, I guess you would say, kind of like the one ring to rule them all. You know what I mean? He's the most powerful. It's the elk totem. So it's an elk skull, and he's talking to him. And but the thing is, I'm missing a panel, but I want to have that whole series set up where it's all everything looks really ethereal and mystical and in watercolor, and even you can see like his head as he gets shot, the stuff's trailing from his head, but it's not like falling straight to the ground. It's like almost like he's moving in water. You know what I mean?
Cool.
So I want to have that little sequence. It's only gonna be about 4 pages. It made from watercolor. So I don't know, that's what I'm working on. I'm working on that as well.
Wow. That sounds cool. I'm looking forward to seeing more. And back to this. And hey, Deej, what's up?
Howdy, howdy.
And then I kind of also wish that my character was a smarter guy, because I wrote him to be a dummy, and just kind of following that premise, there ends up being a point in this dialogue between him and this ancient god where he's just like "F you," the other guy's like "No, F you," and then he takes a swing at him.
He's gonna try and fight a god.
Like I said, if he was a smarter person, it would have made more sense to actually have some deep and intense dialogue, but he's not a smart guy.
So, what's up, Deej?
I'm just chilling, getting ready to work on my newest rant.
Oh, really? Well, what's this rant about, if I may ask?
A documentary HBO is putting out.
Oh, lovely. Is it an actual documentary, though?
Yeah, it's a documentary about Woodstock 99.
I remember them advertising that on TV.
Yep.
It's a piece of crap.
I'll never forget where I was during Woodstock 99.
Yeah, it was at home.
Nowhere near Woodstock.
Yeah, that's, that's a safe bet.
Let's just say the documentary spends most of its time blaming young white males.
Oh, what are those?
You know, that's exactly what I thought it was about. Even though I didn't
I saw the news coverage of that, I also blamed young white males when I was watching it.
Somehow, those white young males are at fault for this.
Uh-huh.
They would tell them, "Hey, you young white men, stop climbing that thing," and they were like, "Nah, bro."
And for anyone who follows Orange Hat Reviews, checked Twitter a little bit ago, his father passed away.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Condolences.
And
it is now 9:33.
My God.
No, it's
all right, look,
8:33.
I'm gonna read you the dialogue here. You tell me if this is on point for a guy that's not very smart.
The people coming to take my blood are supposed to be here now by 10 a.m. I'll be honest, it is not looking good.
They haven't called you to confirm the appointment.
They called last night to confirm that they usually call when they're like 10 minutes out. So the fact I haven't heard from them means that not only are they not about to show up, but they're probably not showing up for at least 15 minutes.
Do you have their number? Can you call them?
No. No,
That
of
would be
course not.
reasonable.
That would be a breach of privacy or something. I don't know. So we just wait. Of course, I can't eat breakfast though, because it is a fasting appointment.
Oh,
And
hell
I
no. You
also
need to call
can't
them right
take my
now.
pills because I have to take my pills with food.
I never take my pills with food.
Now, if I don't, my stomach, I get a sour stomach, as Scotty would say.
Get a little
Yep.
rumbly in the
Hang
tumbly.
on food packs. There's not a whole lot of companies that come to your house to take blood. In fact, they're the only one that does. And even if you use the other company that advertises, the same person, physical person, actually comes to the house to do the blood draw, as we found out, because they both just hire the same people.
I'll come to your house and take blood.
Yeah, indeed. You've got to be able to then bring the blood to a laboratory.
Well, I'm going to take it to a laboratory, just not the one you'd want.
Can't they just wring it out of his shirt?
You'd think. When I was a kid, I had to get blood once, and it was so upsetting to me that I was crying and causing such a ruckus that I just started bleeding from my nose. And I was like, why can't they take that blood? I never got an answer.
Because it's all dirty and full of snot.
And it wasn't. I mean, this was primo blood. It was a gusher.
Bird was
This
drinking
was a
it to try to put it back in himself.
All right, so I'm going to read this. Describe it. This is my thought for the interaction between him and this elk god. So I showed you those first 4 panels. Then there's another panel where it's a low upshot, extreme upshot, but on the floor, in the foreground, you see like one of those old-timey fishing baskets, like the people like Ricky Ricardo would have, like those wicker baskets to hold the fish, and an old real old-timey fishing gear. And then he's in the foreground. He's looking at it. He knows immediately this is the spot where his dad died in his favorite fishing spot. This is next panel. The elk god kind of emerges from the ground and walks towards the buckler. And the buckler looks at him and says, what is all this? And he says, you know what this is, don't you? And the elk god says, I do. And then they're face to face. And he's like, so why am I here in this place? Am I dead? He says, not yet. No. He says, so why this place? Do you want me to say that I killed him or something? He says, I don't want you to say anything. And he says, so what then? He says, and then the buckler turns and says, don't play with me. And he kind of curls up his fist. And he says, I would never. I have no power here. This place belongs to you. He says, so I'm not dead. He says, of course not. Then he turns and looks at him and says, exactly the same thing. Of course not. As a question. And he says, no, you're the one that fucked up your body with all that shit. Of course you're not dead. Because the buckler, the only reason he has superpowers is because he kind of got in this big car accident full of like this swirling soup of like metabolic steroids. He says, no, you're not dead. Of course not. But you only got so much time here. And he says, and this is the place where you're going to find your answers. And he says, he says, "Oh, okay." So this is. He said, "Oh yeah, but this is the place you're gonna find your answers, but you're still talking to me because you're stupid." And then as he says that, the buckler's dad materializes on the stump, on the stump. And the buckler says, "F you," and the god says, "F you," and then the buckler swings on the god and falls on the floor. And as he falls on the floor, he kind of gets up on his palms. And as he's getting up on his palms, he gets a flashback back to reality where he's in the alleyway where he got shot, and it shows him kind of getting up. He's kind of losing his connection with this intermediary world, but he falls back into it, and he starts to talk to his dad, and he says, the dad says, "What is it, son?" And as he rises to get to his feet, the world starts to get smaller and smaller, like the background starts to shrink, where it's just barely him and his dad still in the same little periphery. And as he starts to talk, he snaps back into reality, and he falls onto a bum who catches him, and the bum like looks around like, the fuck, and then starts yelling for help, and that's where the scene ends. So that's his little experience in the afterlife. But he does go back later in the book
To get more answers?
mm-hmm.
Okay.
To get any answer. He hasn't gotten any answer at all.
I just checked it out on Indiegogo. Unfortunately, there's no PayPal option.
Yeah, I don't know if there is or not. I doubt it.
Yeah, it's all credit card. C'est la vie.
But that one on Indiegogo is the first book, which is still in fulfillment right now. I'm still working on the coloring of the last few pages and the lettering. This story here is taking place in the second book. And there will be an option on the second campaign to get the first book as well.
Will it be another Indiegogo?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay. No other option, really?
I think after I fulfill the first two books,
yeah,
I'm going to put the original on some sort of like online store.
Okay. Guy's Canadian, and I am Canadian, so.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of the reasons why I would read it.
I wonder why they don't have a PayPal option.
Oh no. It looks like the only payment option is credit card. But there's always ways around that.
Well, yeah.
So
Man, I just finished. I'm watching the current, because the new season of The Walking Dead is going to be coming out soon.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm catching up. I didn't watch the previous season because I felt that it jumped the shark. But I feel like it did. I'm watching it, and I'm like, I'm almost done, and there's so much spiritual gobbledygook in this thing. It's ridiculous.
They're still not done with Walking Dead yet?
Huh?
They're still not done with Walking Dead?
No, I think the last season is coming out this year.
Okay.
Yeah, I have
Leave my
this.
Walking Dead alone.
I have this poster of the cast over my bed, and every time someone dies, I just cross him out or her out and write "RIP" there, so I know they are gone. Well, there is not many left from the first episodes, if there is anyone left.
Daryl and Carol.
Daryl and Carol, exactly. Yeah.
They're the last of the original cast. Except Rick will be back.
I thought they were going to try to bring him back in a movie. That never
Well,
happened.
I think the plan is they're going to put out the movie and then have him back in the last episode or two. I think that's what they're going to do.
Everybody who didn't get other prospects for other films still hanging around like spiders.
Oh, wait a minute. Maggie's, well, you can't really count her as original since she didn't show up, but yeah.
Yeah, I think she was second season.
So it is Daryl and Carol.
Wait a second. I'm not sure. I think 9 was the last season. Or was it 8?
Oh, also Judith.
Well, Judith didn't show up until third season when she popped out the...
Wait a minute. She, that lady was pregnant since the very first episode.
Well, you can't count that.
No, she was pregnant since season 2.
Well, technically, she was pregnant in season 1, too, because she messed around with Shane, and
Yeah.
it was supposed to have happened in season 1.
But she
Rick got
only
back
found
in
out
season
in
1.
season 2, I think.
No, she knew in season 1.
Mm-hmm.
Well, must be late season 1 then. No,
Because that was when she was shocked to see Rick show back up and then was trying to figure out how she was going to explain her being pregnant. She could have just said she took one last ride while he was laying in the hospital before they evacuated.
True.
Without consent?
Well, they did it in a world of Corinne and Garp, so why not? They were technically married anyway, so she could do it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of like the one new character they introduced in season 10, Princess. Princess cracks me up.
Oh, I just got to that episode. I'm actually on that episode right now, and I do like her. She's really good.
Princess cracks me up.
In the last season, the last episodes of the last season that came here in Germany, they start now to become stormtroopers.
Wait till you get to the very last episode of season 10 when they do the Here's Negan backstory. If you read it in the graphic novels, if you read the graphic novel, don't expect anything from the graphic novel in the TV version.
No, I haven't read any of The Walking Dead at all. I'm only a TV show fanboy.
And see, I got the graphic novels too, so.
Well, here in Germany, it's hard to get the American stuff.
Yo
So
ho ho,
Walking
in a bottle
Dead,
of
I would
rum.
know one corner store that has it.
They just uploaded those last few episodes for the extended season 10 on Netflix.
And honestly, I'm not buying a comic book for 69 euros.
Well, that's why stop being a cheapskate.
And Mar,
I'm
again,
sorry, but
Mar, again, yo ho ho in a bottle of rum.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you want to be left out of this cultural touchstone, that's your prerogative.
Last time I bought a comic book, it was $1.25.
yeah, kind of.
Carlos stopped watching when Glenn became Popeye. Is that true? Popeye, when Glenn's eye popped out?
Uh-huh.
And so many people were outraged about that, and they said it was gory and graphic. Oh, man, come on, you wimps. That wasn't that bad.
No, he was just a favorite character, so of course they're not going to be happy about him.
They obviously haven't lived
And
through
hell,
80s horror movies.
I was more pissed off when they killed...
That other dude that no one knows anymore about.
Oh, the governor? That's who I was pissed off when they killed.
Oh, not the governor, the other dude.
Tyrese.
When they... No.
Oh, God, I cried like a baby when they killed Tyrese.
Old redhead.
What? Who? What?
Showed up with Eugene and
Oh, that dude! I hated that dude.
I loved him. He was funnier than shit.
Yep, he was cool.
Especially when he was talking about how Glenn and Maggie got pregnant and mixing the Bisquick. He was the one that was shocking that got killed there because I didn't think they'd kill him off. I just thought they'd whack Glenn's head when they had him all lined up.
I didn't like it when they killed the old guy with the RP. What's his name there?
Herschel?
Yeah.
No, not Herschel.
Oh no, not Herschel. Dale.
Yeah.
Dale. Well, I knew Dale was coming.
Pretty much.
Herschel was a no-brainer.
Oh Lord.
I was pissed off though when the whole Whisperer thing started and the chopped off heads on the pikes. They were the wrong heads on the pike. They killed my favorite Terra off. It was supposed to be Ezekiel's head on the pike.
The hell's going on over here?
We're gonna chop your head off, put it on
We're
a pike.
talking about The Walking Dead.
I'm gonna wear your skin. And I'm gonna be a Whisperer.
Yeah, I was. I couldn't wait for that whole entire arc to just be done as fast as possible, and it was not. It took a long, long time.
And then they end it and automatically start in with this other group chasing Maggie, and I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
They didn't even give them a short little break. They just instantly got this new idiots chasing them. It's like, what the hell?
Okay, I haven't gone to sleep yet.
But you have to give them also credit. They killed off Michael Burnham.
Well, yes, they did.
And
Yeah, that was
and
actually a
she
cool scene too.
And she failed to kill Negan, so she wasn't the all-powerful, all-knowing.
Yeah, but had they not killed her off, she'd still be on there instead
Yeah.
of Discovery.
Well,
Yeah, so kind of wish he didn't kill her.
Who
Well,
knows?
the reason why
Would
she
have
died.
won Then.
They killed her because of Discovery.
To this day, I'm claiming that she is Will Smith in drag.
Yeah.
JP,
I'd go with that.
what were you saying?
I said I'm done. I need to go for a nap.
Absolutely. Sleep well.
Take it easy, JPs. Be good, bud.
Later.
See you.
Lullaby and good.
But yeah, her trans Will Smith. Yeah, I'd sell that for $1.
Oh, you haters. I still think she's a good-looking woman. You can hate her all you want. For Discovery.
That's because you're gay for Will Smith.
No, I don't like Will Smith. I am the voice of reason. I am the voice of reason. She was
This
good
is
in
correct.
Walking Dead.
Well, you're
if,
not the only one who said that. In fact, Carlo did earlier.
Jodie Whittaker came over today and asked to marry you, you'd say yes. You know it.
No, I would not.
Yeah, sure.
Fuck you.
Who's Jodie Whittaker?
The abomination they have playing Doctor Who right now. Don't get me started.
And
All right,
Deej,
then I won't.
Deej, go ahead and ask.
He loves her.
Oh, I won't ask unless I see a certain person is actually in the chat. Because no, I still won't watch that damn trailer, Yvette. No.
I don't understand. I'm lost.
Doctor Who.
Another shitty
Doctor
movie
Who.
show.
Doctor Who just went and completely ruined itself worse than Star Wars, Star Trek, any of them.
No, all right. I thought it already kind of jumped the shark, like midway through the Matt Smith arc.
Oh no, it got even worse. They completely destroyed the entire canon of Doctor Who in the last 2 seasons.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll be honest. I didn't care at all about Doctor Who until they came out with the remake of it with the what's his name?
Eccleston.
Eccleston.
Yeah, he was good. I liked him.
Him and not Matt Smith, the other guy.
Tennant.
Yeah, David Tennant. I like those. Those were really good. And when he died, and then Matt Smith came out, I was like, I hate this guy's face. I'm not watching the show anymore, and I stopped.
I said the same thing, but then he came around. I came around.
No, the thing is, the last 2 seasons, the Doctor's not even from Gallifrey anymore. Yeah. William Hartnell's no longer the first Doctor. There was hundreds of them, hundreds of versions of the Doctor before.
He's not even Gallifreyan.
I just said that.
Yeah.
And thanks, Dillard. With
And-
Matt
and
Smith,
all
I
the-
always thought he was looking creepy because he always looked like he was wearing some kind of a mask.
And the Master turned all remaining Time Lords into Cybermen.
Well, I mean, you can't win them all, right?
And the Master's not even the Master.
Gonna stay focused, though. Damn it! I got a rant video to do about Woodstock. Leave me alone. Stop getting me off on other tangents.
Yes,
No.
definitely need to make that video.
I miss Missy.
Now, see, Missy was a
Really
good
miss
character,
Missy.
but she should have never been the Master. Missy should have been the Ronnie.
Missy. Who is that?
Missy's what they turned the Master into. They gender swapped the Master first.
The Master is a recurring character in the British science fiction television series Doctor Who and its associated spin-off works. He is a renegade alien, Time Lord, and the archenemy of the title character, the Doctor. Multiple actors have played the Master since the character's introduction in 1971.
Alexa, shut up.
I don't sound like a lady.
He's not Alexa, he's Alex.
Trust me, you can make your Alexa sound like a man, but you know.
Okay, sorry guys, that's the blood lab coming, so I'm gonna back out for a little bit.
No problem.
I'll just be quiet for a bit.
You should ask him if you can turn the camera on so we can watch him draw your blood.
Yeah.
I bet they do it. I bet they do it.
Yeah, put the camera on.
Well, I don't have an Alexa. I have Cortana, and if Cortana gets a holographic interface, I will use her.
Well, I'm sure you would. Martin's date, Cortana.
I want a hologram. I want like a mental projection that I can touch. That only I can see.
Oh, that would be like creepy. You out in public, acting like you're kissing somebody. Oh, yeah, that'd go over really good there, LDG.
What a perv.
She would just be kissing me. I wouldn't have to kiss her back.
Deej, I need to go for a minute.
It would make movie theaters a lot better.
Oh, I'm sure. You'd go to one of them X-rated theaters and you'd be like laying there moaning. And
I wouldn't
else.
need to go an X-rated theater if I can see her. I go to My Little Pony and be fine. Well, maybe not that one, but
do those things
any
still
movie
exist?
theater.
I've only heard about those in movies.
Oh, they still exist in some of the bigger cities. That was the biggest rip-off I ever heard. All them Hollywood people get in trouble for touching each other, and they yell at Pee Wee Herman for just touching himself. Jeez.
That's true. What did Pee Wee Herman ever do?
It's not like he sexually abused anybody else. He only did himself in a theater. What the hell? In the theater,
Yeah,
it was
everybody always assumes that Pee Wee Herman is some sort of like a pedo. But it's like just because he did a children's show. Like, no,
Come on,
he's
he
just
was
touching
in-
himself. Leave him
He was
alone.
in an adult theater touching himself. That's all he did. Leave him alone, damn it.
Damn, Deej, you seem pretty strong about this.
Well, come on, man. All them other people get busted for casting couch and everything else. They let them idiots like Woody Allen and Roman Farrow and all them idiots do their garbage. Leave Pee Wee alone. I have a soft spot for Pee Wee. I first got introduced to him through Cheech and Chong movies.
I like Pee Wee. That was the only not cartoon. That was the only kid show that my dad would actually sit down and watch with us because he thought it was funny. We're like, oh, all right, Pee Wee's on. Go get that.
And then you had shows that I couldn't watch with my parents until they finally found out, like Married with Children.
Oh no, my dad loved that show. We would always watch that.
No, my dad loved it, but my mother would disown me. I had to she walked in the room. I had to change the channel and we watching Married with Children. No, I was watching porn, Ma. No, porn. I was watching porn. Okay, you better.
Yeah, the only shows that we had to do that was Beavis and Butthead. She wouldn't let us watch.
Hello, Jedi Bill.
Well, she said she'd let me watch it if Dad agreed. So I showed Dad the show. He couldn't stop laughing, and then that was the end of it.
Like one show that I didn't like, but my dad liked a lot, so we'd always watch it. And it took me a while to get used to it and actually enjoy it. Was King of the Hill.
Yeah,
Like that was not something that was like an instant hit in my head. I was like, eh.
Yeah, King of the Hill took a little while for it to grow on me.
I agreed. Roseanne took a minute for me.
Yes, because Roseanne was just like my mom. I was like, I don't want to watch this.
Yeah.
Oh, so any of you brain damaged enough to watch the Olympics?
Nope.
Good deal.
That's something else. I'm like, still like, they still do that?
Yep, unfortunately, they're doing the Olympics. By the time I liked the Olympics was when I was a kid and the damn hockey team finally won the gold medal. And then when they did the Dream Team.
Yeah.
I never liked the Olympics ever. Not ever. Though I did like watching the opening ceremony when they did it in China that few years back.
I like the Dream Team when you actually got to see old Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Jordan, all on a team together.
I don't know. I never really watched sports, so it didn't tickle my fancy.
Yes, Carlo. Actually, Carlo, the Americans just won gold in the debut of surfing for an Olympic competition. You heard that right. They have freaking surfing in the Olympics now.
I'll be right back.
Take your time.
I will take my time.
And just for Carlo, right now, the medal count United States have won 9 golds. China has won 9 golds. Japan has won 10 golds.
Okay, let's see here. United Bill says, I got 2 copyright claims on my Insomniac suit. For what?
Exactly. How did that happen?
What was going on in the video at the time? I knew what you meant. But what was going on during the live stream that got 2 claims on?
Where did
Video
YouTube
clips.
touch you?
Video clips.
Video clips. See, that's the problem. Don't use which video clips? Are you talking like your intro, or were you showing a whatever
Trailer,
a trailer?
music video.
Clips from movies. Are you are you talking intro, or are you talking new stuff that's coming out?
Or just random movie clips that were too long and not transformed enough to set off the algorithm.
And Prodigy said, "Yep, that would do it."
If the clips are too long for the old movies, that'll get you too.
Yeah. I would trim them out and stop showing clips.
If you're going to show movie clips, you got to make sure they're broken up and retransformed so it doesn't set off things.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm actually surprised that you aren't claimed on that intro that LDG made with all those space balls or whatever the fuck it is. God, I hate kids.
It's wake up time.
Yeah, definitely wake up time.
It would not be a morning brew without a scream happening at some point.
I don't know. I could do that.
Yeah, unfortunately, too many YouTubers are posting a lot of long clips from old movies, and then they're getting copyright claims. And yeah, unfortunately, I don't necessarily agree with it, but you got to work within the rules.
Or you have to be quicker than the rules.
Get claimed for that all the time from a Bon Jovi song. On the intro. Okay, yeah, those clips are too damn long.
No, he doesn't
Uh,
get
no,
clipped. No,
it's-
they're not too long. He only gets clipped for the Bon Jovi song. He doesn't get clipped for the Spaceballs. I know how to do my intros right.
I'll take out the Bon Jovi song.
And it's funny, all he gets clipped for is
Shut up,
that's it.
LDG.
That's it. That's all he gets clipped for.
It's 45 seconds too long. 45 seconds? That's a fucking long clip. A clip is 9 seconds. 9. Anything longer? No.
On the
Depends
upside,
what you're
Carla really
playing.
wants to watch the Puppet Master again.
Yeah.
Wish I could go back to my childhood when the Phantasm was actually scary. Now I just kind of look at it like, ugh. Yeah. Hey! You know how everybody was pushing for LeVar Burton to debut on Jeopardy as a guest host?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It got a record that day for the lowest score ever.
Wow.
Well, Jedi Bill, let me put it that way. Here in Germany, when your co-driver in a car opens the door without looking, and a bicycle driver rides right into the door and gets hurt by it, usually the bicycle driver could sue you, but if you sue him first for breaking into your car and vandalism, then you might have a chance to get away with it.
Wow. That's stupid.
So call it advertisement and sue Bon Jovi for not paying you for using his clips. Comes a bit late, but maybe you're lucky. Just saying. Also, I have no idea if it works that way in the USA.
Okay.
Here in Germany, I totally would try it.
One of your clips was Blazing Saddles campfire scene was one of my clips, okay? What about it? Oh, that's pretty cool. I like that. Well, at least we know that okay, first of all, Bill, I'm not that familiar with the movie. Second of all, what about it? Third of all, is that the clip that was 45 seconds too long?
36 seconds too long.
And you have a great day, Frog G. I'm glad you were able to come in and drop some links and say hi. You're always welcome. Thank you very much for coming. Every day, come by. It's great. Thank you.
Have you watched the new Ghostbusters trailer?
No, I haven't yet.
They actually show Annie Potts in it. And at the very end, you get to hear Dan Aykroyd pick up the phone. Answer.
Okay.
And
Bill, turn off your fucking caps. That's annoying. Number one. Number two, 9 seconds is a clip. If you have a 45-second scene, it's too long. Get it out of there. Don't play it again.
it shows one of the dog creatures from the first movie.
Oh, yes. Yeah, it is. 45 seconds is way too long for a movie clip.
You don't want anything past 9 or 10 seconds per clip. That's it.
Unless you're breaking this up into, let's see here, 5 clips separated by, spaced out. No, you don't want that in there. I'm still not sure why you got 2 claims. You didn't go into that one. And yes, anyone wanting to watch the Ghostbusters Afterlife trailer 2, go ahead and watch it at your leisure. Let's see now. And there's a Jesus, almost a joke. It's considered a funny word. We have craft Americans. Yeah, I'm sorry. American cheese is garbage. It's not cheese. What are you doing, Deej?
I was rewatching this trailer. It's basically going to be Ghostbusters 1 Part 2.
Ah.
They give multiple hints all through the trailer on all the bad guys from the first one. You even get a quick, brief glimpse of the all-powerful chick.
And there's this first time I had real Dutch Buddha. Blew my mind. How so?
And you just hear a quick bit from Dan Aykroyd at the end when he answers the phone. He goes, "We're closed."
Come on, you wanted to be on cam. Now you can sit in my chair so I can smash you.
And Carlos says, real cheese might be too strong depending on what type you get, but always worth it. Agreed. Agreed.
And you actually get to see Ray's occult bookstore. Yeah.
Now, that'd be interesting to see. So what would you say, based on the second trailer?
I'm thinking this is going to be a good movie.
Cool.
No, Carlo, I did not see any cows on the farm in the trailer. Now, there are cows on the farm that I work at, but they're not dairy cows. They are for meat. I'm reading through some of the comments for the trailer.
Yes.
One says, "I'm shocked that this doesn't look like complete shit."
That's pretty bad. I'm surprised this didn't look like complete shit. Uh-huh.
Even one ghost in the trailer, I can't tell if it's Slimer or not, but if it is, Slimer must have aged and become elderly too.
Seems odd. Unless they give a reason.
I'm not sure if Slimer can age at all.
It might not even be Slimer. It might be just some other ghost, but
yeah.
But you do see briefly Gozer coming out of a mine shaft. And I think where this mine shaft's supposed to be or something, you see the clouds like over the city in New York in the first one.
I would actually do. Oh yeah. Well, let's see here. Because it was cheese, but it had a strong flavor. It went the wrong way. Ah, came from real wheel. Ooh. Oh. Hmm. I'm not sure if Bird's going to be streaming today or not. He may, depending on how he feels. Did you got anything going on today?
I don't know. I might stream a little bit later.
Well,
I got to run the kid to the school in an hour for his band thing. And might do it after that.
Well, keep watching for Deej to be streaming later on, and keep an eye out, see if Bird of Prey 5 ends up streaming or not, depending on what happens.
Well, I'm sure he will, unless they've completely sucked every ounce of blood out of him, and now he's just an empty husk laying in the bed. That could always be possible. Harlow could have been right, and it's vampires that showed up, sparkly ones, in fact, and have now drained Bird of Prey 5 completely empty.
Yeah.
I
And he's
can
not
assure
denying
you
it.
I'm not empty.
Okay,
Fact.
well, Bird of Prey
I'm
still
retaining
has...
more fluids than I should be. That's the problem.
Well, we could do like a maple tree, and we could stick a little thing in you, and you could turn it on and off to drain some off.
Honestly, I think that's probably what I need.
Yeah, who's gonna stick what and who?
Oh, LDG.
Nasty grown men.
Trying to record all this.
So apparently my little kid who's running around the kitchen with a fly swatter is saying, "Go away, witch, go away, witch." Apparently she's seen witches.
Oh shit. Bill's time traveling witch has now made it to Dillard.
Yeah, I think so.
What the hell's a time traveling witch?
You're gonna have to ask Jedi Bill all about that one.
Damn it. Where is he? Where's that guy? Wasn't he in here?
He was in the chat a little while ago. You're gonna have to ask him all about time traveling witches because he had one at his place for a while.
Oh
Was
yeah.
it like one of those witches that wouldn't stop playing like 80s music or something?
Oh no, she got into an argument with me over time travel, and she would wear a pointed hat, and she was extremely disturbing.
I mean, what? How can a witch be disturbing?
Oh, trust me, it was fucking disturbing.
I don't trust this guy at all. I need specifics.
Honestly, no. It was weird.
Did she know things about you that only the closest people in your life would know?
No, she didn't know anything.
She sounds like a terrible witch.
She actually, I think she escaped a sane asylum.
What? They're not even around anymore.
Oh, they still have them, but I think this girl escaped an insane asylum.
Yeah,
So
support cheese pizza.
It was very disturbing. Yeah. You need pineapple on that pizza.
If you don't have pineapple on your pizza, you're doing it wrong.
Right. Just don't say it around Captain Foley or he'll fire you.
I don't work for that fool.
Needless to say,
I've never gotten people's fascination with hating on pineapple pizza. It's just as good as those terrible pizzas they sell you with those little bistro pizza places that are like, God, spinach pizza, artichoke pizza. What a joke.
Actually, I happen to like a spinach Alfredo. Nothing wrong with that.
You're gross, and you should feel bad about liking that.
Nope.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that you do feel bad. I'm just saying you should feel bad.
Not at all. And
yes, Carla, garlic on bread, but you have to have mozzarella cheese on that garlic bread, too.
Oh, yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. And since we passed the 3 hour, 30-minute mark and things are kind of dying down, I think I'm going to call this a stream. I hope everybody has a great day. Look for Deej later and see if Bird of Prey 5's on. I do want to thank everyone who's been in the chat, everyone who's been on the panel. I hope you have a great day.